All right, everybody. We reached Super Bowl weekend for the first time ever on your Zone Emcees channel. It's your host, Young and You, with my boy Hamilton James. We got a
Yo,
group of guest appearances joining us today. We're very excited to have everyone, the bros, in here. So, with that being said, we're going to get right to it in the big game with the Chiefs and the Niners for Super Bowl 58 in Vegas. So, I'm going to start with Jack, returning guest here. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm happy to be back. I can't wait to hear what Hamilton has to say.
Hell
I
yeah,
know we
man.
spoke.
Well,
We spoke. We had a good conversation a couple weeks back, and some of the stuff is played. But yeah, I'm
hell
happy
yeah.
to be here.
Hell yeah. We're happy to have you back, man. It's always fun talking to you, man, as always. So, with that being said, what's one key point that's standing out to you in this Super Bowl 58 this year?
Yeah, one key point that I've noticed is I think Vegas is absolutely ridiculous with the fact that Patrick Mahomes has been an underdog in now a
yeah,
third straight game. This is coming off of a game where he played against the Ravens that was basically perfect from almost all aspects. I mean, he hasn't turned the ball over. He hasn't taken a lot of sacks. He's been playing out of his mind the last couple weeks, and the fact that he's still an underdog in this game, I think is honestly comical. I from the football he's been playing the last couple weeks, it's really exciting to see what he's going to be able to do against the 49ers defense. Um, I think him going out there and winning another Super Bowl too is going to add a lot to that legacy part for him. And there was a stat I saw a picture on Instagram the other day where it compared the Brady '07 through like 2014 or 2012, something like that, and it compared the two side, and it was almost an identical record. And if he wins this Super Bowl, identical Super Bowls appearances, everything, like it was all the same, and it's cool because we saw Tom Brady dominate for so many years and be that alpha, QB in the entire league. Where if he gets into the big game, I mean, or he's getting there basically every single time. He's going to run his way through the AFC and get there, and to see go out there beat Tua and Josh Allen, MVP Lamar Jackson, 3 in a row, and it was convincing. I mean, they didn't really have any real close games being played there, so I think this is going to be a huge performance for him, and I think he goes absolutely bananas. But yeah,
Yeah, no, another Super Bowl with Patrick Mahomes against another good defense is definitely something exciting to look forward to. I think I haven't heard a lot of people like talk about how like the fact that you just mentioned with Mahomes beating Josh Allen to Lamar at home. So I think
I was just about to
yeah,
key in on that.
yeah, man.
I really didn't think about the gauntlet he went through, and like
yeah,
those are all the maybe outside of Herbert and Burrow, those are really all the like quarterbacks that got next. You know what I'm saying? He boom boom boom
yeah.
boom.
Yeah,
Uh,
Definitely
he
a
showed
yeah,
he
conference.
he showed him he's still him.
he's
And
kind of
then it's
reminding me of
funny
like a
too, but it's funny too because you look at the 49ers on the other side, they had to beat Jordan Love and Jared Goff to get to the Super Bowl. So
and he
really
struggled
different
against both
paths.
teams.
One team's really, I think, battle tested, and a huge part too. I know we're only talking about one thing, but the Chiefs' defenses look pretty lights out too
Oh, for
from what
sure.
we saw last or against the Ravens last game.
Hell yeah, definitely looking forward to another Mahomes showdown for sure. So it's gonna be an exciting game. Should be. So good. Another key point that you brought up, man. Stacy, let's move on to you, man. What's something that's standing out to you in the Super Bowl?
Okay, I'm going to take one side for the 49ers, the other side for the Chiefs. For the 49ers, Brock Purdy. I mean, picking on Brock Purdy a little bit throughout all the playoffs. This is his first Super Bowl. He finally got his shot. He was injured last year. He wasn't there when they faced the Chiefs a couple years ago. Can he continue to make big plays, especially if they go down early or they're down late in the game? Can he make those timely throws? Can he hit George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, etc.? It's going to be all on him, and whatever happens is going to set course of the direction of the 49ers, because it's Kyle Shanahan's, third Super Bowl, and if he goes 0-3, I don't know, it could be some changes coming to the 49ers. Brock Purdy has a big payday on the line, so he has a lot of pressure on him, and Kyle Shanahan does as well. So his performance is going to be key, and also them trying to establish the run against Kansas City, who I'm looking for offensively to continue to spread the love. Of course, they're going to try to game on Travis Kelce, but you got Rashid Rice, who's the upcoming wide receiver. You got MVS, who can stretch the field.
When he catches the ball.
When he's catching the ball. I think they're going to have Jerry McKinnon back. I think they're going to have him back. He could catch the balls out the backfield. And you got Isaiah Pacheco, great downhill runner. And still got Clyde Edwards-Helaire at running back. So they got a three-headed monster at running back. Just them spreading the love on offense, spreading the wealth, keeping the 49ers defense, who has a great defense, keep them guessing, keep them on their toes. And if they do that, then they should walk away with a victory. And also, I think they can't afford this time around to be in a 10-point hole like they did last time against the 49ers, because I think 49ers are a little bit more mature, a little bit more better than the couple years than where they originally faced the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hell yeah, definitely putting Brock Purdy to the test here. Can he live up to the big moment? Can he deliver? So that's definitely another thing that we're going to find out this Sunday. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how that'll go down.
At least, if not deliver, can he just not mess it up? You know what I'm saying? If he's not going to be the guy to on his Mahomes or Brady, can he just not turn the ball over like Lamar did in the AFC Championship game, or just look weak, or look like how he looked when he played against the Ravens? He just looked scared. You know what I'm saying? As long as he don't do that, I think I can live if Brock Purdy don't lose. If he don't beat Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying?
He's come from behind. He's come from behind the last 2 weeks.
That's true.
Yeah, but
he's got it in him.
I'm still. If he wins this game, it'll shut me up. But I've been on all year that Brock Purdy. I think he's a little bit overrated train. I don't
think Brock Purdy is like that dude. I think he can play the game though. If I'll say this, he's looked better to me than Jimmy Garoppolo and
absolutely
Trey Lance.
You know what I'm saying?
Trey Lance. He's
looked better. So I give him that. I'm not expecting him to Mahomes me. If he does, wow, then if he does, then the storyline should be this dude who was Mr. Irrelevant. And that's some movie stuff, low key. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's a great story. It's a great journey.
But I'm not. But we live in reality. Patrick Mahomes, he's like Michael Jordan. He's stopping all these great dudes from getting to the Mecca. You know what I'm saying? So if he loses to Patrick Mahomes, are we gonna sit here and be like, oh, Brock Purdy? The only way we're gonna do that, in my opinion at least, is if he stinks up the joint. He just completely, just looks trash, and you know what I mean. I don't know. I can't bet against Mahomes, man. Vegas, Jack, to your point, Vegas is doing that on purpose, bro. Vegas is trying to make people win money.
Okay.
I don't care what nobody says, because who's betting against Patrick Mahomes, man? Dudes I don't bet against. Patrick Mahomes, LeBron James, Tom Brady, at one point, Kobe Bryant. You don't bet against these guys, man. You just don't.
Yeah. One thing I'll say, Purdy thing is, watch out for batted balls. There's going to be a Chris Jones or a Karlaftis isn't that big, but
he's been nasty
Chris Jones
this year.
off the line. Yeah, Karlaftis is good. I just got a weird feeling there's going to be some type of turnover where Chris Jones puts his hand up and Brock Purdy throws a pick.
I can totally see that.
He's not a small dude. How tall is Brock Purdy? 6'2"?
He's like 6 foot, 6'1".
Yeah, but Chris Jones is a giant.
Yeah,
Chris
Jones is a big boy.
He's 6. Purdy's 6'1".
6'1".
Okay.
Not bad. But yeah, no, I definitely can see stuff like that happen. Purdy needs to not play from behind as much as compared to the last games, I think, in order to have a solid chance at winning this. especially if it's against Mahomes. So yeah, we'll see how that plays out. I'm excited for the Super Bowl regardless, though. So let's move on to Ben. First time on the show. How you doing? First of all, Ben, it's been a while since I talked to you.
It's been a minute. I'm been good, man. How you been?
I'm good, man. Like I said, staying busy and just excited. I keep networking with people like Randall and getting Jack included
man.
and all that. Yeah, so it's been awesome, man. So
I love to hear that, bro.
Yeah, thank you, bro. So what stands out to you, Super Bowl 58, man?
Well, I think the thing for me is that like the Niners have to win the Super Bowl. It almost feels like, because like you guys said, Purdy has a payday coming up. Shanahan's, was he 0-3 in Super Bowls? 0-2
His legacy's on the line.
I know, like it's a 28-3 guy. You know what I mean? Like he's the OC for 28-3. Like I know he wakes up in a cold sweat in the middle of the night, like having night terrors of that. There's no way he doesn't. So plus all this chatter about Brock Purdy, like I think Purdy's feeling the pressure too. Like he has to step up and have a good Super Bowl in order to get a little bit of respect. And that Niners team it's stacked. That's the best roster probably in the NFL by far. I mean, when you have Ayuk, Kittle, Debo,
fully healthy,
McCaffrey, that's what I'm saying. Like, who's gonna stop that? On the other end, Kansas City, like, yeah, they got obviously Travis Kelce, and then they got Rashee Rice. Sorry about that, but other than that, there's not crazy weapons. Tyreek's not there and stuff. But at the same time, it's also Patrick Mahomes. So,
I think Kansas City should really play like a run game and rely on the run game and defense. I would say play through Pacheco, because the way he was looking the last two games, no one's stopping him.
Well, that was the point that I was going to bring up, because the Niners defense, they've had issues stopping the run towards the latter part of the season and into the playoffs. And because Hargrave is not known as typically a run stuffer, he's more of a pass rusher. Eric Armstead is starting to get a little bit longer in the tooth. So the main guy on their defensive line has been Bosa, and obviously he's a defensive player of the year candidate. So it's really going to be imperative for Greenlaw and Fred Warner to really be able to stop the run for Pacheco in the backfield, because I looked it up. Pacheco is actually leading all running backs in the playoffs in rushing yards.
Yeah,
and Kansas City's been averaging 127 yards per game on the ground in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So to me, I think that's probably going to be the difference, and also look for Mahomes to use his legs as well.
Yeah, I don't know though. The San Francisco with Dre Greenlaw and Fred Warner, it's almost like, I'm a Bears fan. It's almost reminiscent of Urlacher and Briggs out there sometimes. Like they just need to do it in the first half. That was a nasty duo, and like Fred Warner is, I think, in my opinion, the best linebacker in the league right now. Like, I don't think anybody can top him. And Dre Greenlaw, obviously, we saw what he did against the Green Bay. Like, I don't know. I just think that they haven't. Plus, they got Chase Young too. Chase Young's their fourth guy on the line. Everybody forgets about him, but
they've been calling him out, dude, for a lack of effort, though.
I've seen videos of that, dude. I saw clips of him at the championship game where he's jogging and Gibbs just runs right in front of him. Like, I don't know, man. Yeah, I saw some of that.
He did have some pressures, though. Like, he has gotten to the quarterback a couple times in the playoffs, so at least.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen that.
Yeah, he haven't been there that long, so he's still trying to get used to it. But thinking about it, it's like the 49ers have a great defense, but it's like I don't think they have a great run defense. It seems like that's kind of getting exposed, especially in the playoffs. So they got a lot of edge rushes, pass rushes, but they're gonna have to stuff the run to stifle the Kansas City offense.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. To that point too. I mean, I want everyone to do some homework tonight and go watch the highlights of that Detroit versus San Francisco game, and tell me that San Francisco had any business winning that game, because I think that was absolute choke job by Dan Campbell.
I think. To your point, Jack, I think both games were actually choke jobs by the coaches. Man. The Ravens ran the ball all year, got to the AFC Championship game, and decided to make Lamar a pocket passer. Like, I know he was getting pressure, but that was the whole game. That was the whole game plan. They wanted him to be like, no, I gotta use my arm and not my legs. They played him into the trap. But like as the coach, like Harbaugh, how do you not see that? You know